What's up, YouTube? It's your boy named Mir. Today, I'm going to be doing my WrestleMania 42 predictions, talking about the builds, how I feel about every feud going in, and all the stuff, how we led to get to there. We're going to start off with night one first, with the six-man tag with Speed, Austin Theory, Logan Paul, versus the Usos and L.A. Knight. Now, this build, I mean, this match is just it's just a fun match. It's just a match just to be on there for the card, filling some space, filling some time. Got us the celebrity of Speed. I know celebrity's been a big topic of the WWE with how people not liking them, but I feel like right here is a good use of it. LA Knight coming on the stream, throwing him into a streaming setup, which Speed has done to himself before. So he probably just used to it. Was a good viral moment just to get some exposure on LA Knight. Hopefully you win a world title this year. I doubt. I'm from Cincinnati, and last time he was here, after on after the show match, he talking about next time I'm here, I'm gonna bring the world title. We gonna see, but hey, I feel like it's just a match thrown together just to have fun. We probably gonna get a speed spot, all of that. So it should just be a cool, fun match, and then not really too high hopes. The build was the build. Maybe Jay might go rogue, heel turn. I mean, they've been teasing that forever, so I'm not really sure when they're really gonna do that. So it's really my thoughts on that. I like that Logan Paul and Austin Theory are champions. I feel like they really need to start using the Raw Tag division after this. Like, where's the Creed brothers? Where is the Creed brothers? We don't just need American Alpha Academy. I think I've been getting those two confused. American Made and Alpha Academy. Like, they just need to do those two in night dynamic. Like, throw the Creed in there and they could start balling. Um, yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it for that one. Drew versus Jacob. Probably gonna get into more when I talk about the Cody and Randy match, but I feel like the build has been cool, but like we still got the whole mystery of who actually kicked in Jacob's teeth. He's they costing each other, Jacob interfering with stuff. I feel like it's good, but I feel like they should just be involved in a Randy and Cody match. Like it should just be a fatal four way, in my opinion. Like, but I'm still glad they're both on a car having an extinction match. It's gonna be a good match. I get into them mainly in the Cody versus Randy stuff. The WWE Women's Tag Championship Fatal 4-Way with the Bellas, Lyra and Bailey, Lash and Nia, and Alexa and Charlotte. The whole women's tag team Kabagu story being wrapped up in Mania is nice for the women, having a nice match. Like kind of like a, I wouldn't say showcase match, but it's kind of like the one had at WrestleMania 39. But I feel like this match, I would have liked if it was TLC ladder match. Give us a stipulation because I hope it's not the fatal four-way tag matches where it's just only two people in. I feel like all one person from each team should be in. I like that dynamic more. But if it's just two, you're already making the match kind of like okay. But the build for the women, I feel like the Bellas, they just here because legendary Hall of Famers, all of that. Just what I say, I'm not gonna say paying their dues, but it's like wanting to be involved with this because it's like the tag team and they didn't really have that in the era, so I get it while they're in the match. Lyra and Bailey, I mean, I'm just happy they made it to the card. Lyra apparently still getting punished for the zip tie spot, and Bailey missing the getting done dirty last year, missing last year's women's tag match with Raquel and Liv. So she on the card. Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. I mean, I've been loving Lash Legend, what she did, especially what she did in the Royal Rumble. She was looking real nice. I can see her winning a singles title this year. I don't know. Maybe we might get the Lash versus Nia feud. They break up, but hey, That's nice. I like how those two been paired together and they making Lash Legend look like the next like giant the women gonna have to face instead of it being just Nia Jax. Charlotte and Alexa, their dynamic has been good, being best friends and all of that. I'm just ready for I'm just honest, ready for most of these women just to be in the singles women's division, like get involved with the U.S. title, women's U.S. title, because Julie is struggling. She can't keep up just fighting B-Fab and Meech, bro. She can't. She don't got nobody to face. So I'm just really ready for this women's tag saga to be over, so we can get some of these women that are in this match, throw them in the mid card scene. AJ versus Becky. It's been a very long feud. We've been beefing since September. That's basically the start of school. I'm about to graduate, and this feud is still going on. So I just hope this is the end of it, so we can have Becky doing something. Maybe mess with whoever wins between Liv and Stephanie. Go up to the main event scene basically, and AJ. I Bro, I haven't. Oh my gosh. Yo, this is terrible. You know what? I'm not starting over the video again. So let me get my I said I was gonna do predictions, but I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna talk about every bill first and then I'm gonna say who I think I'll win because I just realized that because I was just about to do it. But I want to see AJ do stuff with Roxanne, of course. Just mess with the mid card division. Maxine Dupree, Natalia, I don't know what they're doing with them. They just said forget it after those first couple weeks. They had some weird matches where Natalia just threw her against the ring post, and I guess the match was over. So yeah, I feel like mainly this WrestleMania. I'm just looking forward to what's happening after. Like where are we going after this? Because was kind of already drained from like a lot of decisions they made over these past months, especially like a lot of the choices they made after Royal Rumble. Seth versus Gunther, feel like it's gonna be an amazing match. Hopefully, it doesn't disappoint. Just gonna be good wrestling. There's really not a story needed or a build needed for this match. I just want it to be good. I feel like the route that they're going with Gunther, just trying to get something out of Paul Heyman for setting up the retirement match for Brock later this year. It's nice. I like how they're doing that dynamic. So Gunther has something to look forward to the future. I just hope with Gunther, I hope this match kind of revives his character because you can't have him retire Goldberg. Well, Goldberg. It's not. People not gonna be like some okay. It's Goldberg, but you retired my favorite wrestler of all time, the GOAT, John Cena. And you telling me you ain't doing nothing, you ain't fighting for no title, no nothing. Like, what were we doing with Gunther? He was literally off a TV, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. It was like some, he retired Cena. But I get it was because of the Ray injury, which we're gonna talk about how he make the injury so he didn't get retired by Gunther. But I feel like they should just kill that gimmick in general. Like the career killer, all of that. I feel like it's not needed for real. It's it's unnecessary. Just I wouldn't say unnecessary. It's just you don't have to make that his whole gimmick. Like his gimmick was the ring general. I go in the ring, I beat you up, and you're done. Like I'm done with you. Like you're trash. I'm better than you, basically. I'm just better than you in the ring. All of that. Seth with the whole killing the vision, all of that. I'm looking forward to seeing how that is. You know, his dynamic with Paul Heyman has been funny these past few weeks, especially Paul Heyman going off talking about Becky Lynch gonna marry everybody once he go to jail and all of that. That was funny, that whole promo he was going off. But I'm looking forward. I think Braun's gonna return during this match, but I hope if Braun does return, please return after the match. Do not return during the match because I feel like it might mess it up. I just want a clean finish between these two. I just want a good wrestling match. But Seth, I feel as if he he could have been off Mania low key because I just want everybody to stay healthy, healthy. Holy shit, healthy. I just want them to stay healthy because the injuries really messed up this mania. And it doesn't help the fact that like the greed of TKO and the WWE and all of that, that didn't make it any better. So I just wanted everybody to stay healthy, but I'm still glad like he's cleared and good to go. So I'm just expecting a good match for this one. Stephanie and Liv, it's been a good build. I like that. I don't like how they stopped telling the Liv and Raquel dynamic, like teasing a breakup or a conflict in between the two, because Royal Rumble, Liv eliminated Raquel when she was having a dominant run where she freaking Tahana bombed Rhea out there on the apron. That was nasty. I was kind of disappointed that they are kind of dropping the ball with it, but I think they might pick it back up, hopefully, because Raquel, she been doing great, and I would like them to tell that Liv and Raquel dynamic, hopefully after this match. But I wish it would have been during this build too. But on to Stephanie and Liv, I feel this build has probably been the best out of all of Mania. You could probably say Oba and Brock was better too, or you could low key go CM Punk and Roman. But I feel like consistently this been good. The brawls, the fights they've been having, like calling puta you not authentic, I'm better than you, all of that. You don't come where I come from, where I had to grind up, you were just chosen. The not on Liv Morgan head from the bumper this past Monday Night Raw was crazy. So they just they doing some good stuff with this field, just a basic i'm I'm gonna beat you. um Cody versus Randy. Let me just start this off by saying I feel like this feud could have happened after Mania, and we could have probably built towards it to SummerSlam, or it didn't even have to just build to SummerSlam. Could have been built to a different pay per view. Because say if you take Drew and Fatu and add them in this match and make it a fatal 4-way, we can tell a dynamic to build up like Drew, Drew, Drew and Cody. Well, Jacob thinks Drew and Cody, one of them screwed them and all of that, and you can tell. Let me think about this because I gotta cook with this just to make it make sense. But I just feel like the Fatal 4-Way was so easy right there. We didn't have to do Cody versus Randy, especially if this is what's gonna be the outcome. Like if this is what we was gonna get, you could have saved this for SummerSlam, because you can tell a dynamic throughout the build of the tension between Cody and Randy. Like Randy saying, "I'm not in this match. I'm not gonna hold back on you. You're gonna be in the way of me getting 15." And you could still have the drama of Drew and Cody. You screwed me, all of that. You're always getting involved in the title, all of that with that. And Jacob, all gas, no brakes, da 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 da, EBT, WWE. He just wanna get that WWE title and still try to figure out who who kicked his teeth in, because that's a big little thing they was setting up. But it could have been Randy, it could have been Cody. I feel like if they did Drew, it wouldn't make sense because he said it wasn't him. So, and apparently Drew has never lied about doing it, and he would have just bragged about it. So, I feel like they could have told multiple stories and then have multiple lead outs after the fact of the match. But let's talk about this build, because I just rambled off of it about that, because I really didn't want this feud to happen at Mania. It started off good with the heel turn, steel steps, chair, smacked them. Then Cody's off next week. Matt Cardona's getting involved. Randy breaks his hand. All of that. Get Matt Cardona getting beat down. Jelly Roll talking to Randy, telling him, bro, you gotta chill. You gotta remember all of this. Da da da. Then we get the brawl between Cody and Randy, and it was trash brawl. Then Jelly Roll gets RKO'd. And then next week we get the reveal of Pat McAfee being on the phone. Yeah, I don't even. it's ass. That's my opinion on it. Just that's, Stephanie and Cody promo was good. Talking to going back and forth, and overall, I just feel like whatever. Hopefully, this today is Friday, April 10th. So hopefully later tonight they pick up some steam just like how Punk and Roman did, but I really doubt it because this has been terrible. Might be worse than Jade versus Rhea. Maybe it is because at least they're trying with Jade and Rhea. This is just ass. They still haven't even had a promo with each other, like talking to each other, going back and forth. We just been getting nothing between them. It's been other stuff going around. And I don't like how with Randy, they're doing the John Cena story last year that they should have gave to freaking Randy. They're giving Randy the man, I gotta do what I gotta do to get 15. When they could have done it for Cena, bro. They could have done it for Cena, which pissed me off. They could have did that for Cena. So this feud already made me mad with that fact too. I really just despise it. So let me just go over who I think is gonna win each one for night one, because just started a little ramble. So Knight and Usos versus Vision and Speed. I, I low key got the Vision and Speed. I don't know. I don't know why. I think they just might make the win, but it's a toss up really between that. Drew versus Jacob. I could definitely see Jacob winning, and then after the fact, after Mania, he could probably get a match at Backlash or something for the WWE title, maybe. The women's fatal four way now because the Bella's spot is jeopardized if Nikki's ankle is good or not. I would, and they get replaced by the Kabuki Warriors. I would low key go with Bailey and Lyra winning. I feel like they can do something nice with the titles if they keep the division up and everything. Have great matches. AJ versus Becky, I feel like AJ should just win so she can get involved with the younger talent, get new feuds, interact with new people, and Becky can move up to the main event and start trying to get that world title. Seth versus Gunther, I definitely feel like Gunther should win this match to definitely give some life injected back into his character because the career killer gimmick is kind of killing Gunther for me. Like 2020 could say from the IC title run all the way into that Jay Uso, I would say Gunther started to get a little to me after he lost to Sammy at 40. No, I wouldn't say that. Let me chill. After he tapped to Jay. Because they've been neutering my boy. So they need to fix that with him. And then you can just have Braun return, spear Seth, or he can spear him on Raw after Mania. So that's who I think is going to win. Gunther versus Seth. Stephanie or Liv. I could really see them go either or, but I feel like Liv's winning. I feel like they just gonna give her the full thing. She won the Rumble, gonna win the title, and she have a nice feud. They'll probably run it back, and then you could start telling that dynamic I was talking about with Liv and Raquel. Raquel might win it. You know, people complain about not being new stars. They could make a new star with Raquel. Cody versus Randy. I want Cody to retain, bro. Especially after Pat McAfee talking about if Cody wins, he won't show up again. Good. But him saying that kind of low key spoiled it for me that Randy might win, but I hope Cody wins. So I'm picking Cody. Night two. The ladder match. Like again, I'm gonna talk about them and then I'm gonna go with the predictions because I started rambling at the start. So with the ladder match, I'm gonna go like ladder match. The build, it's not really a build. It's just been Penta doing open challenges, trying to get people to fight him. It's been mainly like the Americanos getting involved with them. I don't think he's faced anybody else for real. Oh yeah, he had that match with Dragon Lee that was real good. So it's just been Penta just said, "Yo, I want to fight in a ladder match at WrestleMania. Let's go." And the participants they chose, some of them I'm like, should you really be here? And then others I'm like, something, yeah, that's valid. So first, start with Javon Evans. Valid. I feel like I thought they was just gonna do a one-on-one between him and Penta, but them being in a ladder match, great. I don't even know what type of spots Javon is gonna do, but I know they're gonna be crazy. I just hope they all go well because these ladder matches be it's a lot of prone to a lot of botching, but hopefully that doesn't happen. I hope everything goes well. JD McDonough is kind of one of the ones I was talking about. It was a head tilt because he's involved with the feud with JD McDonough. I mean, holy shit. Yo, I'm cutting that. JD McDonough was kind of a head tilt for me because he's involved with the whole Finn and Dom feud, so I didn't think he was gonna be in this match. Thought maybe you can put like one of the you probably put the new El Grande in there instead of him. Same with Rusev, like Rusev, what have you done in 2026? Nothing. Last time we seen you on screen, you lost to Obafemi in like 5 minutes. So yeah, Ray being in here, that was a shocker. You know, him faking the injury to not get retired by Luther. Legendary. I gotta give him his props, bro. He want Dom to retire him. And I agree, Dom should be the one to retire him. That's the thing I'm talking about Gunther. Like, he should not be retiring Rey Mysterio. That's Dom's job, bro. Dom's job. So I'm interested to see what I think, bro, almost like 50-year-old Rey Mysterio gonna do in this match. He still be moving, so hey, he gonna ball in the match, hopefully. Like I said, Rusev, that was kind of like, okay, like you could have put El Grande, one of the El Grandes. You could have probably put both of the El Grandes in here. Probably would have been a whole lot of Lucha Mask, and then you just got Javon Evans without a Lucha Mask. Hey, maybe throw him in a Lucha Mask. He might come out in it. Dragon Lee Valley, he been balling these past few months. Especially that Gunther match made me like stand up and like some okay, then Dragon Lee, you been cooking, bro. And the AJ and Dragon Lee tag team that was good too. So he been cooking. So I feel like rightfully deserved. He deserved to be on the card. Another match I'm most nervous about: Oba Brock. I just please make the right decision. Give it to Oba Femi. This build, it's been great. I wouldn't say, oh my gosh, it's so good. Because I wish Oba would talk to Paul about him calling him overrated and throwing his little jabs to him, or even say something to Brock, like show him that he got personality, that he could talk, and not just somebody do his entrance, do his little stop, and then they just start brawling. Like it's cool, but it's like, can we switch it up? Like that's just a little nitpick that I have with the feud, but overall, just nerves, man. Oba been getting the best of Brock these past few weeks, and I'm not sure he gonna get the best of him at Mania. I feel like if Brock wins, they gotta run it back. But Oba, Oba, bro, I feel like he has to win. But overall, Bill's been okay. Sammy, it's been great. Let me not say okay, but it's just it's been great. Especially with the when he came out with after the Seth and Brock little segment and Oba came out, I was so hyped. Because I didn't think they was gonna do it, but they did. So it's been cooking ever since. Just look at me real quick. Why does Sami Zayn have the United States Championship? If somebody can tell me that, give me a good valid reason, I will give you $100. I'll give you some money. He should not have the world United States Championship. And this match didn't even need the title at all. It was a feud that was literally about the world championship. They started beefing because Trick was basically calling this nigga Sami Zayn's a bum. He was calling him a bum. So Sammy got mad. And the whole story could have just been Trick, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Good guy, Sami Zayn, all of that. You could have just did that and didn't have to involve the United States title. If he wanted to give Trick the United States Championship, he could have got it after Mania. Cause I get it, he's popping, whoop that Trick, been popular, but you gon' like he didn't. He could have had this at Backlash versus Melo or Ilya based off who should be the United States Championship match. Melo versus Ilya in the 2 out of 3 falls or Iron Man match or something. Last man standing, mate, and something. Like they shouldn't. That shouldn't even be a U.S. title match. But their build was good all the way up into that. I like how Trick talking about him being Skechers, gingerbread man, his breath stink, Sammy, you know, fighting himself, not taking advantage of things, wanting to do do the good, but he's reaching towards the dark side, which he did with Carmelo Hayes, but I just don't like how we sacrificed Carmelo to get here. I don't like that at all. So I'm kind of cool off this feud. Like I don't even really care for this match anymore. Like Trick's gonna win, but I'm like, okay, you sacrifice Melo. That's the thing with a lot of these matches. It's like the way we got here is like so unnecessary. I hope Melo gets added as a triple threat, and if by the grace of God Ilya get added to make it a fatal 4 way, we in there then. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Man, it's been a build. They I thought it was gonna be something when I seen that they was beefing on Twitter. I was like, some okay, where are we going with here? Going with this? Like I didn't think they was gonna go the route that they did, talking about muscles and the championship needs you and all of that. I was like, some okay. And then Jay got a group now with the people she been beating the past few months. So it's like okay, and EO Loki might be getting sacrificed for this feud. Like why? I just don't have no words for this feud. Like I low key just tune out. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Hopefully the match good though. Like I said, this mania is definitely dependent on the matches, like if they're gonna be good or not. Finn, Dom, feel like this story could have been definitely told better over the past few weeks. Could have been talking about how how Finn Balor been saying on social media like he's kind of been a stepfather to Dom, like how he been leaving Dom to be who he has today, and they could have linked into that dynamic and how they're just gonna handle it and everything. And I don't think the demon was needed for Finn for Dominic Mysterio, especially the first match. It's Dominic Mysterio, bro. But it's gonna be cool to see the entrance, see what type of paint he's gonna come out with. If he's the demon, he 1,000% gotta win. Definitely gotta make up for the sins of Edge versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania 39, because that was nasty. But they could have did better with the build with this. With this, I just hope the match is good to decent. I'm not expecting nothing too crazy. CM Punk, Roman Reigns. Now this has been a hot and cold build because we started off hot the first 2 weeks. I hate you, the promo where Roman's just going in and off on Punk, but then next week Punk talking about I'm gonna bury you next to your father. And then the next week, Jay Uso and Jamie come out talking about, bro, apologize. Me not playing none of that. You not talking about my family, which was a good dynamic that they added. And then the next week, they just kind of overdid it with Jay, Jimmy being there. Well, I think it was like 2 weeks after Roman was gone, or I think it was a week. It was a week or two, but they just had back to back promo segments. And I felt like they was telling that dynamic good. And then when Roman showed up, I don't think he said the "you're old" line yet, but that "you're old" line as a comeback to what he said he was gonna bury you next to your father. It's kind of weak. And then Jimmy and Jay telling Roman what to do, like go handle him, man, beat his ass, all of that. It's like, okay, I thought this was the CM Punk Roman feud. I feel like they could have did something like this during that like part of the feud where I know it's risky, but CM Punk versus Jay Uso, Jay wanna get back at him for talking about the family, and you can do that, which I feel like would have been good. And then I guess after Roman beat Punk up after the match, man, give us the tribal chief lock, have him hold it in, choke him out, all that, and then as the camera get closer, you can hear Roman talking to Punk, saying, "Don't ever talk about my family." Da da da. While he got him in a guillotine, I feel like that's gonna be perfect. Then the next week we can continue them having a face off, but hey, that's not what we got. We got the year old line, and then the feud getting cold, and then this past Raw, Punk, what the dude was doing in the crowd, he start cooking again. You start cooking again, where he basically was going in talking about the dog food, talking about how he's program made, he's a fraud, all of that. He's just going in on Roman, like, and I feel like CM Punk been dogging Roman this whole feud. I feel like this next the Raw before Mania, you gotta come with some heat, bro, cause he beat your ass, and these Bloodline fans being very delusional. It's getting nasty, but let's go with who I'm choosing for each match. I could see either Penta Retainer or Javon winning the match. Either of the two. But I'm gonna go with Javon. Give them my man the title, and he have a good reign, have some good stories. You could probably continue the Kofi Kingston story, whatever that's going on with that. Brock versus Over. I got Over. Just please, please, he wins. Trick versus Sammy. Trick's gonna win. Jade Rhea. It's really a toss up. I mean, you can continue with the Jade Cargill reign, which has been terrible. Not so much her fault, really just booking, but that's kind of the side effects from the tag division. Like SmackDown really has no women to like fight for real. So I feel like you can take the gamble because if Bianca around the corner, you can run that feud Jade versus Bianca, which we all been waiting for. Or you can give it to Rhea and start over and give it something new, fresh for the Women's World Championship. But I'm probably gonna go Jade. I feel like Jade might win because I feel like Bianca's close to returning. Hopefully, hopefully. Finn versus Dom. Finn has to win. I got Finn. He's the demon, bro. If he loses to the demon with Dom, just retire. Have the funeral the next Raw after Mania, bro, of the demon character. And CM Punk versus Roman. My thing with this match is if Roman wins, I just hope he actually shows up and does his job and don't make it like the like last years of his long title reign. He's actually involved in stories. But that's my only gripe with if Roman wins. But CM Punk wins, I would like to see him keep on doing what he's doing, balling out. But I'm probably gonna go with Punk. I got Punk winning. So hey, y'all let me know what y'all thoughts on these Mania builds, who you got winning in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and catch y'all in the next vid.